It is hard to remember the time when the American people tended to believe what their government said.
I can assure you tonight, with confidence, that American involvement in this war is coming to an end. The day the South Vietnamese can take over their own defense is in sight.
South Vietnam probably never been survived. But can we have a viable war pulse if a year from now, 2 years from now, North Vietnam gobbles up South Vietnam?
We can have the viable bottom policy if it looks as if it's a result of South Vietnamese economy. We've got to find some formula that holds the thing together a year or two. Afterwards, after a year, Mr. President, Vietnam will be a backwater.
We're veterans of Vietnam, and we're telling the American people that the war is wrong. I want to ask you who you're going to believe, the veterans of Vietnam or Tricky Dick?
Yeah, it really burns me up. We have no pride, do we, anymore, Henry? Nobody's got any pride anymore. They don't care about
No real patriotism.
Well, it is true that if you read the polls and everything else, there is a credibility, and about us, they don't believe us, there's a lack of confidence in the conduct of the war and so forth. If we start, simpering around and catering to these bastards, hell, they'll just eat us alive.
Each day, to facilitate the process by which the United States washes her hands of Vietnam, someone has to die so that President Nixon won't be, and these are his words, the first president to lose a war.
This fellow Kerry, he turns out to be really quite a phony.
Well, he is sort of a phony, isn't he?
I realize in this room there are many reporters who disagree with my policy to bring the war to an end in the way that I believe it should be ended, and who probably agree with the views of the demonstrators.
I was insisting on and worked for peace with honor, and they wanted peace at any price.
Richard Nixon was elected to end the war. This bloodbath started long ago, and we are a part of it, and it will continue daily as long as the war continues.
Despite the fact that many members of Congress were making great noises against the war, and despite the fact that the media was overwhelmingly against the war, that was not the voice of America. The voice of America was the silent majority.
Tricia Nixon and Edward Cox will be married tomorrow.
The women of my life have all been remarkable. I have always sort of prided myself on self-control, and I am emotional, but I don't believe you should share emotions. I'm a great believer in privacy.
Hello. Hi, Bill.
Hey, that wedding was just great.
It was you got to give Pat and Tricia the credit. They really worked, and that White House staff, weren't they great?
It was absolutely superb.